Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are watching a brand new episode of Presidential Automotive Excellence. And trust me, today's show is going to be absolutely incredible. I'm thrilled to have you here because what we're about to witness isn't just another car comparison. This is about American power, presidential protection, and the vehicles that safeguard the leader of the free world. Can you imagine the responsibility? Can you feel the weight of that decision? When it comes to protecting the President of the United States, there's no room for error, no space for compromise, and absolutely no place for a second best. Today, we're diving deep into two American automotive titans that have been trusted by presidents, dignitaries, and the most powerful people on Earth. On one side, we have the legendary Cadillac Escalade, a name that has become synonymous with American luxury and raw, unapologetic power. This isn't just an SUV, folks. This is a statement on wheels. With its commanding presence, that iconic vertical LED lighting, and a chrome grille that announces, "I've arrived," before you even see the vehicle. The Escalade has been the choice of presidents, celebrities, and anyone who demands the absolute best. But wait, because on the other side, we have the distinguished Lincoln Navigator, a vehicle with presidential heritage running through its very DNA. Did you know that every single president since Franklin Delano Roosevelt has trusted Lincoln? Think about that for a moment. That's not just a coincidence. That's a legacy built on excellence, security, and American craftsmanship. Now, I know what you're thinking. Both of these vehicles look incredible. Both are American icons. How do we possibly choose? Well, my friends, that's exactly why we're here today. We're going to break down every single aspect. The raw power under the hood, the life-saving braking systems, the fortress-level defense mechanisms, and yes, even the price tag. Because when we're talking about protecting our president, the American people deserve to know they're getting the best value for their tax dollars. Let me paint the picture for you. Imagine the White House gates slowly opening on a crisp Washington morning. The sun is just beginning to rise, casting that golden glow over the nation's capital. Secret Service agents stand at attention, their earpieces crackling with encrypted communications. And then, emerging from the shadows like a predator, comes the armored beast, whichever vehicle earns that honor today. The Cadillac Escalade rolls up first, and let me tell you, the presence is undeniable. That massive 6.2-liter V8 engine rumbles, with a deep, authoritative growl that says, "I'm not here to play games." 420 horsepower of pure American muscle, ready to move over 8,000 pounds of armored protection at a moment's notice. The armor plating is so thick, the windows so reinforced, that this vehicle could withstand a coordinated attack and still get the president to safety. We're talking about level 4 ballistic protection, the kind of armor that stops armor-piercing rounds cold in their tracks. But here's where it gets really interesting, folks. As the Escalade pulls to the side, here comes the Lincoln Navigator. And I've got to tell you, this is where modern engineering meets presidential tradition. Under that sleek, elegant hood sits something truly special. A 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6 that absolutely defies expectations. Now, I can hear some of you saying, wait, a V6 against a V8? But hold on, because this is where the numbers start telling a very different story. That Navigator is pushing out 440 horsepower. That's 20 more horses than the Escalade. But here's the real kicker that made my jaw drop when I first learned about it. 510 pound-feet of torque. Let me say that again for emphasis. 510 pound-feet of torque compared to the Escalade's 460. That's a massive 50 pound-foot advantage. And in the world of moving armored vehicles, torque is king. Torque is what gets you moving from a standstill. Torque is what pushes you through danger. Torque is what could mean the difference between life and death in an emergency situation. And this is the beauty of modern engineering, my friends. While the Escalade relies on old-school traditional American V8 power, and don't get me wrong, there's something absolutely glorious about that approach. The Navigator has embraced cutting-edge technology. Those twin turbochargers spool up almost instantly, delivering massive power exactly when you need it most. It's the difference between brute force and intelligent force. Now let's talk about something that doesn't get enough attention in these conversations: the brakes. I know, it's not as exciting as horsepower and armor plating, but listen to me very carefully. When you're moving 8,000 pounds of armored vehicle at high speed through the streets of Washington, D.C., and suddenly a threat emerges, you need to stop. Not slow down. Stop. Right now. Immediately. Both vehicles feature absolutely massive, heavy-duty braking systems that have been specially reinforced to handle the extreme weight of armor plating, bulletproof glass, and all the security equipment. We're talking about brake rotors that glow red-hot under extreme use, calipers that clamp down with thousands of pounds of force, and run-flat tires that keep moving even if every single tire is shot out. These aren't normal SUV brakes. These are engineered to presidential standards, tested in scenarios most of us don't even want to think about. But here's what really separates these vehicles from anything else on the road: the defense systems. Remember, these aren't just luxury SUVs with some extra metal bolted on. These are mobile fortresses, rolling safe rooms, vehicles that have been transformed into something that can withstand attacks that would destroy normal vehicles. The armor plating is multi-layered, with ballistic steel panels protecting every surface. The floor is reinforced to withstand explosive blasts from below. The windows, and this still amazes me every time I think about it, are 3 inches thick. 3 inches of laminated ballistic glass that can stop armor-piercing rounds. The doors are so thick and heavy that they require special hydraulic assistance just to open and close them. And if that's not enough, both vehicles feature run-flat tires that can continue driving for over 50 miles, even after being completely punctured. Inside these vehicles, you'll find technology that seems like it's straight out of a spy movie. Encrypted satellite communications that can't be intercepted, secure phone systems with military-grade scrambling, emergency oxygen supplies in case of chemical attack, fire suppression systems, night vision displays. These vehicles are mobile command centers, capable of maintaining full governmental operations, even in the most extreme circumstances. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. And yes, I'm talking about money. Because at the end of the day, these vehicles are purchased with American tax dollars, and we deserve to know we're getting the best bang for our buck. A base Escalade starts around $81,895, while the Navigator comes in at $83,230. Pretty similar, right? But here's where it gets interesting. When you add all the armoring, all the defense systems, all the presidential-level protection, that Escalade climbs to over $300,000. The Navigator, around $285,000. That's a $15,000 difference, folks, and when you're getting more power, more torque, and the same level of protection, that's what we call value. So here we are at the moment of truth. 2 incredible American vehicles, 2 different philosophies of power and protection. The Cadillac Escalade representing traditional American muscle, raw V8 power, and that unmistakable presence. The Lincoln Navigator embodying modern engineering, efficient twin-turbo technology, and a legacy that stretches back through generations of presidential history. The numbers have spoken. The testing has concluded. And while both vehicles are absolutely exceptional, and let me be clear, you couldn't go wrong with either choice. There can only be one winner when we're talking about protecting the President of the United States. The Lincoln Navigator takes the crown, More horsepower, more torque, better value, and that unbroken chain of presidential trust going back to FDR. When it matters most, when lives are on the line, when the future of the nation rides on four wheels, the Navigator delivers. But you know what? This competition also shows us something beautiful about American automotive engineering. We can build vehicles that are simultaneously the most luxurious and the most protected in the world. We can create machines that pamper passengers with massage seats and curved OLED displays while also stopping bullets and surviving explosions. That's American innovation at its finest. Thank you so much for joining me on this incredible journey through presidential automotive excellence. Whether you're Team Escalade or Team Navigator, one thing we can all agree on: these vehicles represent the absolute pinnacle of American engineering, and they serve as rolling symbols of the strength, innovation, and determination that make this country great. Until next time, stay safe, stay patriotic, and remember, in America, we don't just build cars, we build legends.